All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard. It's time for Sketching the Privateer. I am your host, Joe's Atmosphere. It's good to see you. I missed you guys. I hope you missed me. We'll see what transpires today. I am going to share with you my travels before we even look at the comic book today. We might even not even get to the comic book today, but I want to let you guys know where I've been the entire month of April. It's good to see you as usual. I've got Vince along with me. He says, "Let's freaking go." Can't get through a video without hearing that. So you know what that means, boys and girls. It just has to happen whenever we hear that in the chat. It just has to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, what's going on, Vince? Good to see you. He's got all the links for everything in the chat. Yeah, man, I have been busy. As you guys know, I've been on vacation. I went to Maine to go get my mom. She's here. She's in the room right next door. I don't even know if she's awake or not right now, but anyway, she made it. We made it through the travels and everything. I wanted to get some pictures uploaded real fast so I can share them with you here, guys, of my travels to Maine. Let's see. I think they start right here. You see how much of this I can send all at once here. I'm gonna do what I can. But yeah, had a good visit with my relatives up there. I was up there for a week, and of course I hung out with everybody I could. And the guys kept, let's see, the sound, the sound's off a bit. Sounds like the wrong mic is picking up. Could be, could be. Haven't done this in a while. Might be set up for the wrong one. Yep, it is set up for the wrong one. You're absolutely correct. Let me see. I think this one is the one it should be on. Let's see. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Is this better, boys and girls? Is that better? Does that sound better? The meter sure looks greener when I'm doing it there. Did I pick the right microphone? Let me know in the chat there, man. He's giving me the thumbs up. Okay. Well, what I did was, guys, I went and got my mom up in Maine, and hang on, let me go ahead and put these videos up here, or actually pictures. Let's send those first. I should have had this done ahead of time. I got the ones that I'm sure that you guys are interested in seeing. John's wedding. I've got those in there for sure. But I wanted to share with you some of the stuff from Maine. Now, if you saw earlier today, hang on, let me go ahead and get my brother's music going. You know, we got to push Sharking for Pearls. We got to have their stuff playing in the background. You know, let's see. I believe that's on the wrong thing too. See, I should have got in here about an hour ahead of time. You guys let me know if you can hear that all right. Let's see. Sharking for Pearls. Available on all your favorite music platforms, like Vince says. Yes. Let's see. Let me finish putting these pictures up here. I got a few of them, but I want to put a few more up here. What I'm doing is I'm putting them on my WhatsApp so I can throw them up there real quick. Let's see. We got all that. And then I got that one right there. Yeah, let's try that one. That one. Let's see how many it'll let me. Yeah, it looks like it only send 30 at a time. So got a few more to set up, but let me go ahead and get in here real fast and see if I can show you guys what I did while I was gone here. Went to let's see. Let's go ahead and hit that. Sorry. Some of this is videos, so I have to scroll through them and pick them out. And I can always mute the sound on this. I should be able to. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, the first thing I did was I left Louisiana and went to the great state of Maine. I'm doing this through WhatsApp, guys, because I mean it's just this is the easiest way for me to do it. But let me see what's the last picture on that one. Hang on, let me check this out real quick. I should have had this done, but I just you know how Fridays are for me. They're hectic, and I run out of time, and it's just big pain in the butt. But anyway, let's see. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. So that ought to do it right there. I think. Yeah. Let's get rid of all that, and that's the last of them. Yeah. Okay. So, just shot some video out of the plane. If you guys saw the short that I put up earlier today, I always shoot videos out of the plane. I love flying, by the way. I think it's cool as hell. And I use it for footage and different things. Let's see. You are not sharing the audio. No, I don't want to share the audio on this. It's just different videos of the plane. But, oh, I hear what you're saying. How's that? Can you hear the music now? Can you hear the music now? Is it on there? There we go. See, I've been gone for what, almost 3 weeks, and I have forgotten how to do all this stuff. Let's see, old people in their slideshows. Leave me alone, man. Good God. But anyway, shot a lot of stuff from the air, you know. This was in the Boston airport. I had to take a picture of this for my brother.
Highlander is a big baseball fan. His favorite sports are hockey number 1, football number 2, and baseball number 3. I think I've got that right. He'll correct me, I'm sure. But this was in the Boston airport. This was at Gate 34. And I can't remember what airlines the gates were at, but Gate 34 had David Ortiz's jersey hanging up there, and it also had a plaque telling you about his career and everything. David Ortiz, Gate 34. That's the number he wore when he played for the Boston Red Sox. Senior October, as he's known to all Boston Red Sox fans. You guys let me know in the chat if you can hear the music, by the way. I think you should be able to hear it now. But anyway, yeah, had a good time making the trip up to Maine. Rhonda, as you know, Foxy, she sent me to Dallas. She drove me to Dallas. I got on the plane in Dallas. Music not there yet. Okay, well let's do this then. Let's go ahead and stop sharing, and then we'll redo it. Maybe it'll work right. System audio, share. Tell me if you can hear the music now. Let's see. Send him over to Brian and his hockey stream. I've told him about it. Yeah, I've told him about it before, Vince, for sure. But anyway, let me get this up where you guys can hear me. I had to share that with him. Quietly, but yes. Okay, so I should turn it up a little bit. Okay. How's that? I've got it up about 50%. It's okay. Hey, Das Wolfen, what's up? Hail and well met from work. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Well met. Listen to him. He's talking like he's in Dungeons and Dragons. It's okay. All right. Well, just let me know if it's too loud. I want you to be able to hear what I've got to say. It's supposed to be background music, you know? But anyway, that was Gate 34 in the Boston airport. And then, of course, every time I go to the Boston airport, I go to Wahlburgers. I just, you know, it's a Boston thing, you know, the Wahlbergs and the Wahlburger. We got to do it, you know. Had me some Samuel Adams, you know, that's a Boston thing. You know, we had to do it. And I had a long layover. Let's see. Wait, we have to listen to you too? Yeah, if you don't mind. I mean, you know, I guess I could shut myself down. I don't know. You guys don't want to listen to me? Okay. All right. Now, this video, I do have to show you this, man, because this was neat as hell. And I took a picture of it too. But everybody, you'll notice in the reflection, there's a lot of people watching this. It was at dusk. The sun was going down. It had just rained in Boston. And check out what we saw. It was really neat. This is an Irish thing right here. Look at that. Isn't that cool? A friggin' rainbow at the Boston airport, and of course, one of the planes has a shamrock on the tail. You know, that is just a Boston type thing right there. I went ahead and added it as a picture too. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see. The balance is fine. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Das Wolfen says, I ate a Wahlburger in Memphis. Did you? Very cool. I guess they're everywhere. Perfect, he says. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I thought that was neat. But anyway, my last flight got friggin' just, oh my God. It was so late before I got to Maine. I didn't land in Maine till midnight 30 the next day. Because they backed up my last flight so long. But I got to get some cool video. That's Boston from the air when we were leaving Boston. My last flight was from Boston to, where'd I fly into? Presque Isle, Maine, which is as far north as you can fly and not be in Canada. So, yeah, that's where that last flight went to. And of course, the first day I get there, what's it doing there? I go from 75-degree weather to snow flurries and a high of about 40 that day. Okay. I couldn't believe it actually snowed the first day I was there. And this is on April, I want to say 15th or 16th, guys. I mean, it was last Wednesday I shot that video up in Maine, and it was still cold up there. Still cold. I had a snotty nose all week and stuff. It was messing me up. But anyway, shot some really good pictures. And that's another one of the snow flurries that was coming down. It was nothing major, but there was still, if you look at some of these pictures, there was still ice all along the banks from the spring thaw, piling up on the banks, man. Takes a while for that stuff to burn off. I was asking the guys, when is that going to be gone? They said it'll stay as late as June up there. Up north, the weather in April is crazy like that. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. And I know you're you're up north in Europe too, Vince. Yeah, I'm sure it's the same where you're at. But yeah, I could not believe how much ice was piled up on those banks from that thaw, man. It was absolutely crazy. And I was watching this. I tripped out on, guys. I had to send this to my brother because if you look, hang on a second. Let me see. How do you zoom in? Okay, here it is. Here, I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to move the thing. Check it out on their cable network. I actually got to see the Portland Sea Dogs, who are the Double-A minor league team for the Boston Red Sox. They play in Portland, Maine, and I could not believe I've got a Portland Sea Dogs hat over here. Because, me and my brother play video games, and we used to play baseball against each other all the time. We always made our characters, guys that played for the Red Sox. And that's where you start when you play, any of these baseball games. I guess it's the 2K version of it now. But, yeah, that really tripped me out. I was like, wow, the Portland Sea Dogs. And by the way, if you don't know what a sea dog is, it's a seal. What their symbol is, it's a P, and in the middle of the P is a seal with a bat in its mouth. Matter of fact, I can probably go get the hat real quick. I think it's hanging up over there. Let's see. I thought that was the rocks on the shore at first. No, that's ice. That is ice, my friend, piled up along the sides of the St. John River. The St. John River is the one that separates the U.S. from Canada. That's how far north my mother lives in Maine, guys. But anyway, yeah, had a good time. Now, if you're wondering why I had to go get Mom, unfortunately, my Aunt Mary, this lady right here, this great lady right here, passed away. And my mother was living with her and helping take care of her. And when she passed away, that left my mother in rural Maine by herself. And that's why she had to come home, man. She's 81 years old, and she can't live by herself. It's rugged living up there. I mean, she had from where she lives, she has to drive more than a half an hour just to get to a grocery store, and she's not driving anymore. So, yeah, she was very happy to get down here, guys. By the way, and it took us 3 flights to get down here. But anyway, that's my Aunt Mary's urn. They did a really good job on it. I thought she was let's see, she was in both the Rhode Island and Louisiana State National Guards over the years. She was ex-military. She was full-time guard. She wasn't the weekend warrior type. She was full-time. But yeah, very patriotic. Let's see. Let me go ahead. I guess I had these blown up. Yeah, that's Mary's urn. Thought they did a really nice job with that. But some of the visuals there, man, like nothing you'll ever see. Let's see. John says now she can just have groceries delivered online at your house. Yeah, she's back in civilization. And let me tell you, she's enjoying it. She has had me up until today. Every day I've taken her somewhere for lunch. You know what I mean? So, yeah, she's enjoying having those amenities available to her. We had Chinese delivered the other night. She's like, wow, that she doesn't get that kind of service up there in Maine where she's at. But anyway, this is the view. By the way, this is the view outside my grandparents' house. My Uncle Bobby owns it now. And one day, I can't remember what happened, but man, this fog that was on the river was just amazing. You can see some of the outcropping of the ice up there, but the fog on the river was really cool. That's why I took a couple of pictures of it. This is in my Aunt Peggy's house. I love that dream catcher, so I had to get a picture of that. Thought that was cool. But I shot some pictures from my mother. She wanted me to shoot some pictures of how close we are to Canada. This is the St. John River. It separates the U.S. from Canada. I took these pictures just as I was leaving Fort Kent. We had gone up there for something, and yeah, you see ice is all over the place. You know, certain parts it's melted off, and this is the bunch that's still up in Maine. This is my Aunt Kay. By the way, shout out to my Aunt Kay and my Aunt Peggy and my Uncle Paul and my Uncle Bobby and my Aunt Bev. They all helped my mom. That's my mom, the short one right there. They all helped her out a lot with the move and everything. And look, Paul's been my ears on the ground, and so is Uncle Bobby. Those guys are great. I can't wait to go see him again. The next time I go, Mom says she's probably not going back there, but the next time I go, I have a good friend named Ken that turns out he has family up there and around Eagle Lake, which is pretty close to the Allagash where we're from. And so I'm going to be going to see him. It's just, it's going to be a couple of years. I've been going every year since my mom has been there. But anyway, I don't know why I took a picture of these folks. But this next one here, this is when we were leaving. Now, when we left, we went to Portland. We drove to Portland. We took last Tuesday, we drove from Allagash to Portland. It was 6 hours. And the reason why was twofold. One, I couldn't get a flight out of Presque Isle, which kind of sucked. No, sir. I'm not scrolling back. No. I think she's a model. I think that's that famous redheaded model with the freckles. I can't remember her name. I think it's Decker or something like that. But anyway, we drove to Portland because I couldn't get a flight out of Presque Isle, so I had to drive south to at least Bangor. Well, my cousin had an idea that we could go see her mother, and it's my Aunt Jane. She's the oldest person in the family, and she's in a nursing home in Portland, and that's what these pictures are. We went and visited her, and God love her, she looks like $1,000,000. She's the oldest girl in the family, and they had a good visit together. We had a good time hanging out with each other. That's my Aunt Kay. She was indispensable. She took my mom everywhere up until the time I got there, and she really helped me with the move and everything. She used to live in California. She's actually at one time she was a voting member of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. She's been in film for a long time, guys. Independent films. Now, probably, somebody like Chris Gore might have seen my Aunt Kay before, but the rest of you probably haven't. But she's always had a passion for movies, and she's retiring now. So she's going to be moving to another place. But that's my Aunt Jane and her friend there, and that's Aunt Jane and Mom hanging out together, and it was good to see her. And she was outrunning all of us. She was going to take her to see where she lives and everything, and she's got a bunch of cool stuff there, and she is a mighty mite. She really is. My Aunt Jane is something else. She was one of my biggest fans whenever she was living down here. The art that I do, and she's an artist too. So, yeah, we had a good visit with her, and we took off from there to get back home. But before we left, we stayed at that evening in a hotel, and we flew out the next day. And I shot some of these pictures at the port in Portland. We went down there looking for a restaurant to go to that night, and it was pretty neat. But we had a good time up there. Had a real good time. And so we made it back in one piece, man. Took us 3 flights. We had to, let's see, we flew from Portland to LaGuardia. I'd never been to LaGuardia before. We ate at I can't remember the name of the place, but it was really, really good. It was a higher end restaurant there. But it was good. We had a good time there, and then but the layover was like 4.5 hours, and I don't have the pictures of it, but I gave mom my iPad so she could watch some TV and stuff, and that kind of thing. I tried to make it as painless as possible, but anyway, we were in LaGuardia for 4.5 hours. Then we flew to Dallas, Texas. And so mom didn't have to sit in a car again for another 3 hours. We went ahead and flew from Dallas to Shreveport. That flight is less than an hour. You get to cruising altitude, and all of a sudden the pilot says, "Okay, we're going to start our descent into Shreveport." I mean, it only takes 3 hours to drive it. So, yeah, it's a pretty short flight, but it's worth it just to keep her from having to, be in a car for a long time. But yeah, had a great visit with them, and it's been an adjustment. But mom's getting used to it. I think the biggest problem for mom is she doesn't know what to do with herself. She's been taking care of that house for so long, and now she doesn't have to. So I just let her do whatever she wants to. She's been washing dishes around here and sweeping up different stuff, and she spent the first weekend here by herself because we were going to John's wedding that Friday. We got in Wednesday night late. I only had one day to spend with her. I had to work Thursday night. That's why John and Knock did the draft show by themselves. By the way, shout out to those guys. John, you did. If you're still watching, you did a great job on the draft. I tuned in right at the end so I could say hi to you guys. I was at work that night because I used up. Look, guys, I used up every bit of my vacation for the entire damn year. Doing all this stuff in April. I had taken a Friday off to go to the Cowboys reunion, the bar I used to work at, and then made the trip to Maine, helped mom with the move and everything, and then went to John's wedding. Now, John's wedding, you guys have probably seen the pictures. I posted them everywhere, but I'll go ahead and show them here for you guys. If you've not seen them, it was a great ceremony. They did a fantastic job. It was at the John, correct me if I'm wrong, it was at the alumni chapel on the campus of the University of Central Missouri. He works there for one of the colleges as their IT guy, and he got the chapel for that day. And let's see, I had 72 hours and used 49, so I am still okay with PTO, paid time off. Yeah, I used all of it in the month of April, every bit of it. It's all gone. That is correct, he says. Yeah, it was the alumni chapel, and I'll go ahead and get the pictures up here for you guys so you can check them out. Of course, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but that is Keith from Pop Culture Minefield. All those guys from Pop Culture Minefield live in Missouri. I hate it that Gary couldn't make it. I really wanted to see him, but he had some stuff he had to take care of, and he couldn't go. But Keith was there. He was part of the wedding party with John, and I thought that was pretty cool. I got to meet Keith, and he is a large human being. He is tall. I wouldn't surprise me if he played basketball in his past because that dude is big. But anyway, I'm just going to scroll through the pictures here. Now, I don't know that girl's name that was was she a reverend or what, man? I don't know. But she was taking pictures too. She wanted to get pictures of this, and she seemed like she was related to you or something because she was really emotional about the ceremony herself. But John's best man was, I believe it's your nephew, right? Wasn't he your best man? I think that's who it was. But John looked great. He looked like $1 million. And then you had Allie's party coming in here. I believe that's Allie's sister. And then one of the grandkids was the flower girl. I sped past that, but there's more pictures. Allie looked fantastic. She really did. It's a great dress. I don't know. You have to ask John where she got the dress from. I don't know. But yeah, see, I've got some overlapping pictures here, bud. But anyway, yeah, here we go. Let's see. Delena. She isn't related to us, but she has become fast friends with Allie. I got you. But anyway, yeah, we got one of the grandkids doing the flowers. That was cool. I dug that. And then, I mean, this girl was all over the place with the camera. Now this is John's sister. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry about that, John. I just don't remember. You can put it in the chat. But she was a very proud sister, let me tell you. She was. Her whole family was there. It's pretty cool. And then, of course, Allie was there. And I'm telling you, she looked like $1 million, man. She really did. That was another photographer behind her, by the way, guys. They had 2 photographers working this thing. Yeah, Allie looked fantastic. She really did. Both of you did. You looked great. And the bouquet looked good. And I took a lot of pictures, guys. I'm gonna show just a couple of these. Of course, you know, like I said, the girl that was doing the proceedings, she was taking pictures the whole time. But they did their own vows. Okay, he had his written down, read them to her, and she did the same to him. That was pretty sweet. That was pretty nice. Yeah, I'm telling you, that girl kept having to collect herself. That was something else. Melissa's her name. I got you. That's your sister's name. Got you. But yeah, that was very cool. And then when it came to the ring thing, I tried to zoom in on, you guys putting the rings on. So I think I saw that you used one of these on your Facebook page or something. I don't know if anybody was zooming in on this stuff, but I was. Of course, you put hers on first. I'm showing this out of order here. And then she did. She put yours on, and then it was time for the big kiss, and that was it, man. We had a good time. They looked like $1 million coming back down the aisle. They really did. And I'm glad I went, man. You know, anytime if I can get there in a day, and one of my buddies on YouTube has got something going on, I will show up. You know, let's see. John says, I did until I got the pictures of the kiss. I hear you, man. But anyway, let's see. And of course, they had a reception afterwards. Mute that real quick. But this is them walking into the reception. I guess I wish I could zoom in on that, but that's them walking in the reception. Of course, it was pretty much his family and a bunch of friends, and Allie's family and friends, and got to meet a friend of his named John, who used to do a podcast apparently, and he played. I guess he played Dungeons and Dragons with you in college. He told me. He seemed like a real nice guy, and the toast was cool. That was cool as hell. I liked that a lot. And then they did the traditional cutting of the cake, where they feed each other, and there was no smearing. They didn't attack each other. They were nice with it. They were cool with it. But most people, they like to mess you up when you do that. But the thing I was really looking forward to was a picture of me and my fellow streamers. I thought that was a good one right there. Me and Keith and John all together. I don't know about you, John, but I had a ball. I mean, I'm sure you were really you looked like you were you were handling it well. You weren't stressed out at the beginning of it. But anyway, that's all the pictures I'm going to show from that. I don't know if some people may not want me to show some other ones of certain people, but I definitely had to get this one right here of the streamers together, guys that have done shows together here on YouTube. So I had a ball. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and it was only 8.5 hours up and down. I tell you what freaked me out on the way back, though, man. Let me see if I got the picture of it here. Hang on. Is it in here? No, it's not in here. On the way back, we stopped at a Western Sizzlin'. A Western Sizzlin'. They still exist. There was one in Clinton, Arkansas. One in Clinton, Arkansas. Can you believe that? Is that crazy? Let's see. Das Wolfen says, we have been playing since high school. High school. Okay, not college, high school. Yeah, met John and also met Keith's lovely wife, and also met I think her name was Tina. She's been friends with Keith and Melissa for a long time. Let's see. A what? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. A Western Sizzling. It's a restaurant that they used to have all over the place, all over the United States, Vince. They used to have these places all over the place. And we had one here in Shreveport Bossier, and I used to go there all the time when I was young. But they don't have them anymore. And we found one in Clinton, Arkansas. Das Wolfen says, we found a Shoney's on the way to Memphis. A Shoney's? Wow. Shoney's, let me think. Yeah, that's a restaurant too. Yeah. Yep. My God, most of these places, they're gone now, man. But somebody told me there's a Western Sizzling somewhere else too. I can't remember. But yeah, it's a restaurant. And it's actually, hang on. I've got the picture. Let me upload it real quick. Well, actually, no. I can just open up my Facebook real fast and show you guys. Hang on. Let's see. Why is this not playing? Oh, it had a gap in the sound. Okay. I think I put that on Facebook, didn't I, John? I think I did. The picture of the Western Sizzling. I think I put the Western Sizzling in there. Let's see. Okay. Pretty sure I did put it in Facebook. Yep. There it is right there, boys and girls. Check it out. The sign outside of Western Sizzling. And somebody commented on it, all you can eat turkey, laughing. Yeah, that's it. Look, all you can eat, and it's got turkey down here. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, it's a steakhouse, Vince. And what's funny is the way it's spelled, sizzling. It's supposed to be sizzling, right? But you drop the G because it's Southern. We never pronounce our G's in the South. We'll say fitting to, or we don't pronounce our G's for some reason at the end of words. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, I couldn't believe we found this place. It's exactly halfway to where you live, John. It's in Clinton, Arkansas. That's where it was. So let's see. Vince says, I like the sound of that steak. Yeah, and look, the steaks are still good, man. I had a delicious. I had a small one because we still had 4.5 hours to go, and I didn't want to be reeking the car up with leftovers. Man, it was good. It really was. Had a good time on the trip and everything. But anyway, yeah, anytime I'm within a day's drive, I will definitely make it to see one of my friends. I started doing this when I played DCUO. That was the first game that I really interacted with people online. It's an MMO, kind of like World of Warcraft. Guys, and you guys have seen me play it on my video game stream. That's how I met Knock, the guy that's on State of the Atmosphere with me, and he and I have been friends ever since. I've been up there to see him a couple of times up in Virginia, because Virginia's where my dad lives. So whenever I go through there, I try and make time to go drive south. He lives south of my father. My father lives in the northern part of Virginia in the Norfolk area, okay, the Virginia Beach area, and Knock lives in. I don't know. Next time I go, I'll have to check out his new digs because he's living closer to DC now, I believe. Let's see. John says, when we come down that way, visit, I will see if we can stop. Yeah, you'll see it on the side of the road. Trust me, man. It's on one of the main thoroughfares that you're taking to get south. No doubt, man. And by the way, something I'm going to cover here in a minute. We've got, if you like Charmed, it's going to be Charmed GeekCon this time, and Ninja Turtles. I need to let Tom Connors know that all the Ninja Turtles are going to be here from the 90s movie, the ones that wore the suits and stuff. But anyway, let's see. Leftover steak. How is that possible? Well, I've got diabetes, man. I sometimes let me get rid of this. I've shown that sign long enough. If I get anything above a 6-ounce steak, say I get an 8-ounce or a 9-ounce, I cut that in half. I don't eat it all at once. I just make another meal out of it. When you got diabetes, you can eat what you want, but you can't gorge yourself. You can't sit there and eat like a demon. You know what I'm saying? You tend to if you're taking care of yourself, if you don't want to be stuck on metformin your whole life, you have to change the way you eat. You know, I eat about every 2.5 hours, and I eat smaller portions. So that's the way that goes. That's why it's possible. I have to force myself to do it. Das Wolfen says, I think we are going to go to DC this fall. She wants to do a weekend trip and on a week vacation every year. Yeah, that sounds great, man. Let Knock know, because he may be able to get up there and see you. Let him know for sure if you're going to be that close to him. Let's see. Okay, understandable. Yeah, you are excused. Yeah, I understand. Look, I'm with you. I'd love to eat a 12-ounce ribeye all in one sitting. It'd be awesome, but I can't do that, man. I've got diabetes. My Aunt Kay is in the chat. What's going on, young lady? How you doing? You just missed all the pictures from Maine. Guys, that's my Aunt Kay. I told you about her helping me with the move and everything. And correct me if I'm wrong, Kay. Weren't you at one time one of the voting members of the Motion Picture Academy of Arts and Sciences? And I think she was one of the people that picked the was it the Actors Guild or the Writers Guild this year? Anyway, she has been involved in film for a long time. Yeah, that's her. That is my Aunt Kay. They're all waving at you, young lady. Bummer. Good to be here. It's good to have you, young lady. Let's see. She's SAG Awards this year. Yeah, she was one of the people that picked those. Screen Actors Guild. Yep. So let's see. Yes, the nominating committee. Gotcha. Very cool. I was telling him you were involved in it somehow. And let's see. Just so you know, I was actually showing pictures of this stuff. Let me find it real quick, guys. The best picture I took of her when we were gone was when we went and saw my aunt. Let's see, this friggin' thing with the sound. Hang on, I'm gonna find it, guys. I'm gonna find it. Where did I put those pictures? Let me see. Hang on, bear with me. I'm gonna boomer this whole thing. You know I am. Let's see. I guess I put those all together, so I'll have to scroll across for it. Hang on. Let me pop a few of these and I'll get to where. Yeah, okay. This is the picture right here of my Aunt Kay that makes her look just awesome. She looks awesome in that picture. That one and this one. Yes, I love that picture right there. You can get, I think I'll put those up on Facebook, Kay. I think. So you should be able to get those. Pretty sure. But that's my Aunt Kay, guys. The actress Aunt Kay. Yeah. She's all over the place right now. She's up in Maine and she's going some other places. I can't tell you that because I can't tell you where she's going to be. I don't dox people on this channel. So yeah. I love that picture. I thought it was awesome. I thought I caught a really cool moment there. So anyway, well, that's going to do it for today, guys. I just want to let you know what we were doing, with the channel and everything. And what's coming up on the channel is this. I'm going to be pushing the subscribe star and everything a little bit harder. So you guys, I'm going to be putting a lot more content up there too. So you guys want to come check that out. My subscribe star, of course, Vince has already put all those links in the chat for you. John, if you're still there, I had a ball meeting you, man. Can't wait to see you again. And I do want to show you guys what's coming up here because they are adding a lot of names. If you're anywhere near the Shreveport-Bossier area, this is going to be pretty cool. Let me see if I can find their website. Let's see. GeekCon. And by the way, Kay, The music you hear in the background, that's your other nephew's music that he puts out. He's got a band he calls Sharkin' for Pearls. So that is him playing the guitar. Let's see. Here we go. All right. GeekCon is the local kind of like Comic-Con that we have over here every year. Of course, you know how these things go. They have people from movies and all kinds of stuff, right? Let's see. Das Wolfen says we are talking about a cruise that leaves out of NOLA. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So we will stop by on the way through or back. Yeah, definitely, man. Let me know. We'll go out to eat, man. You know, I know some good places. You can ask my Aunt Kay. I know some good places to eat here, man. I think I've taken you to Two Johns, haven't I, Aunt Kay? I think I have. That's a great place. But anyway, this is happening. I think it's the 22nd through the 24th. Let me see if I can find the lineup for what's going on here. Let's see. I see Booker T there. That's the sponsors. Where is the lineup? Maybe you have to scroll across or something. Hang on. Close. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, we got Jason Lee, who I love, is going to be there. Both Piper and Rose McGowan from Charmed are going to be there, and a couple of more from there, too. If you like Charmed, they're going to have a couple of them, and they're going to have all the Ninja Turtles from the 90s Ninja Turtle movie. All those guys that wore the suits and played the Turtles are going to be here. So, yeah, it should be a lot of fun. If you're in the Shreveport-Bossier area, you need to come check out GeekCon. They have a website. Just go check it out. Just search GeekCon. You see it there. That's the logo for it. But anyway, let's see who's in the chat here. Martin, what's going on, man? He says, greeting, my excellent friends. It's good to see you. Lurking while lunching. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I'm fixing to go get something to eat myself. But let me let you guys know what we're doing with the channel before we get out of here. A little bit of a lineup change, but not much. Of course, you know you're watching Sketching the Privateer. This is just a special episode to let you know where I've been over the last almost 3 weeks, huh, guys? It's been almost 3 weeks since I've been on, but I'm back to my schedule starting today. So you guys come check me out. Next week, we'll get back on the comic book, and we'll show you everything going on with it next Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Don't forget tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time, you want to go over to Pop Culture Minefield's channel and watch Gaming Night with John as he continues his playthrough of Fallout: Tale of Two Wastelands. That should be a lot of fun. This Sunday, it's going to be fun, guys. It is the 100th episode. I cannot believe we've hit 100 episodes of the Brothers Hack the Matrix. Me and Highlander are getting together, and we're gonna do our regular show, but we're also going to show you our favorite moments from the show, from each segment of it. You know, the top of the heap, the jockstrap, and all that good stuff. You guys come check it out. We're going to have fun with that this Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central Time at its regular time. You guys come check out the Brothers Hack the Matrix as we celebrate our 100th episode of checking out Pootie Tang over there in the corner and what he's doing, and everybody else making news on the planet. So you guys come check it out this Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Then, of course, Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time, I believe we've got, let me see if I've got a thumbnail for it already. Yeah, I do. Hang on. I just got to upload it. I was running late, guys. This Monday, we're going to be talking the French Foreign Legion movie, March or Die with Gene Hackman, man, as we work on our comic books over there on Pop Culture Minefield. Come over there and watch us as we work on our comic books, me and Gary. We're going to be doing that and talking about the movie March or Die with Gene Hackman and Terrence Hill. I know everybody remembers Terrence Hill from those crazy Westerns he was in, but, you know, he also did other movies too. So come check it out this Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. And then I'm not sure what Brian's got going on, but It's Only Talk and Roll comes your way at 4 p.m. Central Time. He may be due for another one of his playthrough streams of Baldur's Gate. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's doing that this week because didn't he have some kind of anime musical show this week? I think he did. I've been unplugged, so I really don't know. But I do know that It's Only Talking Your Roll comes your way Mondays at 4 p.m. Central Time. So come check us out as we hang out and talk about some cool stuff. And then we're moving my game stream because I can't be up at 10 p.m. hollering at a video game with my mom sleeping. So this Monday at 6:30 p.m., a half an hour after I got off of Brian's stream, we will begin we'll continue our playthrough of Mass Effect 2. Part 6 comes your way this Monday on Primetime Pop Joe Gamer. Come check it out this Monday as I play some video games, have a couple of cocktails, and do a whole lot of failing. Anybody that has watched me do this knows that I mess up video games all the damn time, unless it's Madden. I'm pretty good at that one. But anyway, come check it out at 6:30 p.m. on Monday. That's the new time for it, 6:30 p.m. on Monday. And then, of course, Wednesdays at 3 p.m., I'll be on the Drink and Draw up until my show. Now, the Drink and Draw is always on Pop Culture Minefield, and he does it at 3 p.m. on Wednesdays. I'll be on there until I have to get ready for my show, The State of the Atmosphere. My favorite show I do every week, the Pop Culture Show with me, John, Knock, and the gang. We all hang out and talk about movies, video games, all that good stuff. We're going to be bringing you all the April releases. I know we've missed the first weekend because of me being out of town, but we're going to catch you up on what's coming out in April. Are you going to see Thunderbolts? Let us know. I'm going to try and see it this weekend. And I'm not promising anything, but I'm going to try and see it this weekend so we can give you a non-spoiler review, or excuse me, a spoiler review and all that good stuff. We're also going to talk about the end of Daredevil, how that went. And we're also going to be talking about The Last of Us. We got Andor to look at. We got a lot of stuff to talk about on State of the Atmosphere. We're going to start catching up with everything this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. So you guys don't miss that. And that brings us right around to sketching the Privateer next Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. So for myself and Vince, one of the hardest working wrenches in the business, I want to thank you guys for being here. Let's see what they're saying in the chat here. Let's see. Vince says, and only one knock off the atmosphere. Yeah, he did that 1 week, and he didn't want to do it the whole time I was gone. Matter of fact, he texted me this Wednesday and asked me why we were doing a show. I was like, man, I took off until this Friday because I wanted to get mom settled and everything. So, and she's all settled in, man. But anyway, yeah, only one of those knockoffs. Brian is only doing the thrift store loot. Okay, got it. I'll get up with him and see what's going on. Ruth Buzzy, really? She died? Oh man, we'll have to talk about that for sure. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for being here. Thanks for stopping by, Aunt Kay. I hope you enjoyed the show. Usually I'm drawing on my comic book, but I wanted to fill everybody in on my travels the last week and what went on while I was gone away from these guys. So don't forget, be back here next week, 1 p.m. Central Time, to check out the comic book. Go check out my Subscribe Star. Go check out my brother's music. Sharking for Pearls is everywhere you can get your music. iTunes, Spotify, it's everywhere. You can. I'm playing it off of YouTube right now. So he's got 3 albums out, and he's about to release a 4th one. So you guys go check it out whenever you can. And like I said, I'll be pushing the Subscribe Star a little bit more. I'm going to do some work on that, do some work on my website. And pretty soon we're going to have some merch for you guys to buy and stuff like that. So things are looking good this year. You guys come check it out and have a good time. Vince, of course, says, cheerio, guys and gals. Stay nerdy, everybody, and have yourself a good night. And you know what I'm going to tell you? I'm going to tell you, as I always do, until I see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.